Yo, good morning. Happy Wednesday. How you doing today? Hope you're having an awesome day today. I have some pretty cool news. I don't know if you guys first off saw the live show yesterday. We had our first live fishing show on Facebook and YouTube, and we ended up going out to Mosquito Lake. It was a little bit of a challenge. We had some technical difficulties and things that we're going to work out. But overall, I think it ended up turning out pretty good. So it still worked, and we were able to interact for a remote show. Pretty cool. We were able to do that from kind of a distance, right? So we got to work out the kinks with the switcher and get multi-camera views and all this good stuff. It's only going to get better from here is what I'm getting to, y'all. So the whole purpose of today's kind of morning chat here is I wanted to bring something to your attention. Let me share this screen over on the website here. I got good news. The dang Mega Krakens are live, y'all. We've been waiting for them. They're well anticipated. 3.75 inch, just like our 1.5 inch or our 2-inch version for crappie. We scaled it up and we made it into a 3 3/4. Great for smallmouth, great for bass. And guess what? We have them in all 46 bass colors. So all you got to do is click. If you're on a PC, just click it right off the front page there. If you're on a cell phone, you're going to go to the shop tab, hover over by species, bass, and it'll be under bass soft plastics. Scroll down a little bit. You're going to see all of our other bass soft plastic styles there, but it'll be that big perch feature image, and boom, there you go. All 46 colors of the Krakens are live, baby. What's up, Zach? How you doing this morning? Good morning, dude. Ronald, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining along. So I wanted to show you kind of some of the colors. Let's go through each of our bass colors just for fun. Alien Blood, it's a unique color. This color here is something that I created back when, and it's I have not seen anything really like it. It's almost like a translucent in the thinner appendages, and it's a real thick, deep blue on the thicker pieces. It's got like a royal blue kind of base to it, and a real high shine, small flake with a little red in there. And so it gives a really, really awesome shine on those sunny days. Great sunny day bait. Alien, anything that you see alien next to has Alien Blood in it. So this is Alien Blood and Slime Time, which is almost like a lime truce, lime bottom. Arctic Fire, that's a new color. It's got the Alien Blood top with the red bottom. Really cool. Baby Bass, that's like a watermelon top with almost like a white pearlescent underbelly. Baby Shad's like a blue top or a real dark kind of cobalty with a white underbelly. You got Bio Black, which is black with like a red flake. That's what I was fishing with this weekend. Solid Black, I don't have to cover that one. Bleeding Pumpkin is like it's like a real dark pumpkin-y, green pumpkin like base. Little black flake, little red flake in there. Black and Blue is just that. It's black and it's blue. There you go. Blue Blast, real dark, deep blue with some light blue kind of and green kind of flake to it. Really cool. Blurple is purple with a little black flake to it. Bubblicious here is purple and flow pink. Bubble Chew, great smallmouth baits, by the way, in the river. These would be phenomenal for this. Bubble Chew is like a bubblegum pink. Really good. Classic. Chartreuse. Chartreuse Bling is a chartreuse with like a lot of chartreuse flake in it. Real heavy flake. Cherry Seed Red with a little black pepper in there. Emerald Shiner quickly becoming one of my favorite colors. It's been hitting pretty much everywhere. Real almost silvery underbelly of white, kind of pearlescent underbelly with like an emeraldy and even a emerald. It's got a little bit of like black pepper in there also with an emerald green top to it. Fall Crawl, orange underbelly with a Java chip top, which is brown with black flake. We're going through the colors, guys. If you're just joining in, I saw a big switch in people coming in and out here. We're going through colors of the Krakens right now. By the way, these are all of our standard bass colors as well. So if you're looking for any other style, like sticks or anything like that, you can find these in all these colors that we're going through. Fire Crawl is bleeding pumpkin top. It's like a pumpkin with red flake with a red underbelly. Funky Chicken, Chartreuse and Flow Pink, classic. Gobi Gangsta hits hard on the Great Lakes. Oh my goodness, it does. Real dark watermelon green, kind of a pumpkin-y greenish with gold flake in there. Fire. Gold Bling, just that. We try to mimic as blingy as you possibly could bling with the gold flake. Gold Rush is got a little bit of fine gold flake in it, but it has more of a pearlescent gold to it, almost like a realistic gold. Java Chip is, we talked about that earlier, is that brown, a little bit of a translucent brown with a black pepper to it. Classic Junebug is like a purpley bluish with green flake. King Kermit, Chartreuse with black pepper. Magic Mud is a real deep, dark green pumpkin with a little blue flake to it. Minnow, black and white. Very simple. Motor oil. It's really hard to get a really good motor oil. But for those that don't understand what motor oil is, down in your hand, it almost looks green, like the top of that little circle there. And when you hold it up to the light or it gets any sort of like light connection, it ends up turning more of a literal like motor oil color, like a translucent brown. Okeechobee, which is what I have in my hand right here. This is one of my favorite colors. It's almost like a greeny brown top, little bit of pepper in there, and a pearlescent blue. This is the, in fact, full size of the Mega Kraken here. We'll get into action in that here after I cover the additional colors. Rolling back here. Let's do PBJ, just that. Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. We got Perch, which is like a lime with black pepper and orange. Pumpkin Slime is bleeding pumpkin top with a lime bottom. Purple Party is a translucent deep purple with a little bit of a blue and even like some fun confetti style flake in it. Purple Spark is a lighter purple shade, almost like a violet with a little bit of purple flake in there as well. Rad Shad is a clear, very translucent, almost mimics like a shad, very clear water bait, really good for clear water stuff. It's got a holographic film in it and a holographic flake in a clear plastic. Almost done, y'all. Red Speck, Chartreuse with red flake. Rivet Bling is that deep dark, almost like the same as Magic Mud, but it has gold and green, kind of mimicking the tones of like a frog. Which, by the way, this can be a really good frog bait. Fish it real fast, and on the top of the water, those legs will kind of flutter. Phenomenal. Royal Toad, King Kermit bottom, Purple Spark top. Shark Skin, there's that kind of like natural minnow type flavor. It's just a gray with a silver flake, a little blue, royal blue flake in there too. Slime Time is a lime with a fluorescent lime flake. Snake Bite is a kind of Kelly green with a little blue and red in there. Space Milk is like our Monkey Milk, but we add a little bit of copper to it to give it a little bit of a different flavor. Treasure Chest is black with copper flake. Watermelon is like Wacky Watermelon is a watermelon type color with a little bit of black and then also some emerald green flake in there as well. And then you got your solid white. So there you go. Now, as far as the Krakens are concerned, what are these great for? I would go smallmouth, largemouth. I even threw them jigging for walleye up on Lake Erie and did pretty good. And what I usually use is like an EWG hook. I wish I had one with me. If I was more prepared, I would have done that. But it's an extra wide gap hook, or I'll use like a nub head if I'm fishing the rivers or the lakes. Yesterday, I was using these. And so this is a 1/4 ounce head, and I'd literally just fish it through and rig it just like that. And you just kind of cast it out, let it sink off the bottom. You can pop these. It's kind of a hybrid bait. So you can pop it off the bottom, and that will it'll jet up, flutter up, and then kind of drop down as it's sinking. And it's got that single stinger kind of appendage off the bottom too, the middle. And so you can swim these also, swim them fast right on the top of the water, and it'll mimic a frog. You can cast them and fish them like you would like a shad. I have a friend, and I have not done this yet, that will actually rig them this way. And so instead of fishing it horizontal, fish it more vertical, and then fish it like more like a swimming shad or something like that, like a bluegill. That's a good idea. Never done it yet personally, but that's an option. So I just want to let you guys know this is now available, all 46 colors. And good news, we actually have them all 20% off for the first week drop. So there you go. Kia wants to say, can you show again how you hooded that, please? Hooked that. Oh, okay. I will show you. Here, I'll rig this one up. So I'll give you a little tip, and I did this on a short. And if you want to learn how to rig your baits up with a jig head, perfect every single time. Here's a little tip. Define what side you want the bottom. In this case, I'm going to call the blue the bottom. Most of the time, the lighter tone of a bait is the bottom, the belly of the bait, because naturally they're rubbing their bellies on the bottom of whatever rocks, the bottom of the lake. And so it tends to have a lighter. If you ever notice a fish, you talk about a catfish, for example, the top of the catfishes tend to be gray or brown, and the bottom underbelly is more of a white because it's kind of like rubbing on the bottom. So the lighter tone on the bottom, you want your hook to pop up through the top of the bait because you want to hook them in the top of the mouth as they're going to grab it, right? So you don't want the hook to be on the bottom like this and get them in the bottom lip. The stronger piece of the fish's mouth is that top jaw. So you want to hook them as deep as you can there. So you want it to come out of the top. So I use a 1/4 ounce head. Again, this is a mushroom head. We call them nub heads. Ned heads is kind of the standard industry. You can get them with or without that little wire keeper on there, or even a lead keeper. But what I like to do is go all the way down until it reaches the complete valley of the bait. Do you see that? So I'm kind of parallel with the valley of the hook. So if the hook goes like this, I rigged it up to where it's perfectly at the extreme bottom of that valley. Now, wherever that eyelet lands naturally, that's where you want to poke out. That's where you want to fish the tip of the hook to that point. Now, you can do this. You can kind of like line it up perfectly perpendicular with the bait and push it in and push that eyelet in there. See that? And it gives you like a little indentation. You see a little boop, boop there. Now you got a visual indicator as to where you can fish or where you can thread that tip of that hook out and get it to poke out. And all you do is fish it to that little boop, boop, pull it up past the keeper, and boom, nice and straight. No wiggles, no kind of weirdness about it. Perfectly perpendicular. Now you're ready to fish. Now, if you want it to last a little bit longer, we have our jig trailer glue. You can use any super glue. A lot of people use gel. Ours is meant for our plastic, so it works a lot better. But we have that available on the website as well. And you can put just a little drop in between the head and the bait, just a boop right there, and just kind of push it on, and that bait will not come off that head. So there you go. There is the Mega Kraken. Now, this is how I've been fishing it in the rivers or even the lakes. Now, just keep in mind, this is not a weedless setup. So if you're fishing lakes that have a lot of weeds, you're going to bring some cabbage in on this baby. Now, if you got an EWG hook, I wish I had one. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on one second. I'm going to play our sponsor reel, and I'll be right back with an EWG hook, okay? So here we go. See if I can make it back in time. Ready, set, go.
Today's show is sponsored by Double Seat, B&M Poles, Miller Tech Premium Lithium Batteries, Fish Brain, Striker Brands, Midwest Crappie Alliance, Mike's One-Eyed Rooster Rub, The Live Scanner, Ego Nets and Bags, Finn's Fishing Braid, Solar Bat Sunglasses, and Ravenna Marine. Now, back to the show.
Just kidding. I made it back in time. All right. So again, I'm usually using these for smallmouth bass, so I'll probably go with like a 3/0 or below. This here is a 2/0. We have them 1/0 through 5/0, and these are our hooks available on the website as well. So if you want a weedless configuration, the nice thing about this bait is you can use it because it's so chunky and it's got a lot of plastic on the front end of it like that. You can use this solo. So you don't need to weight this down. If you want to punch through holes or whatever in the weeds, you can certainly put like a bullet weight on there, pin it up with or without a bobber stop, and let it kind of drift into the holes and then pop it out. It's a great bait for that because it's actually doing the action in the holes itself. So all you got to do is pitch to the spot and it'll drop in and kind of flutter all the way down and grab attention. But I've been fishing these as well at Nimisila recently, just with EWG hook, because it has so much plastic, like I was saying on there, to where you can fish it just by itself. Same concept. I'll push it with an EWG hook all the way to the bottom of that valley. I'll poke it out immediately like that. Where are we at here? Can you see okay? All right, there we go. And then fish it. Now, I'm tying my knot on, so my line's already on, right? And I'm fishing this up and around that angle. So where did the eyelet go? The bait actually with the knot would be in the plastic. So you're going to conceal that completely. And the angle of that EWG hook is just that. It'll allow that to kind of poke out perpendicular from the bottom of the bait. So now you got this baby dangling right there. Remember, your line's coming off the top. The knot's concealed. Take your finger and go to the bottom of the hook like that. And all you're doing is just lining up with the bottom of the bait to give yourself a visual indicator as to where you need to poke the hook through that bait, right? So now go back to that spot that you lined up with. Now, this is like a tack style. So as I'm fishing it through the top of that bait, I usually, until I get all the way, if you notice, it kind of has a little bend to it. Before I get all the way to my perfectly relaxed position, I'll kind of reintroduce it and skin hook it into the top of that bait a little bit. So it texposes that hook. So now it's completely weedless, but there's only a little piece of skin there that's holding that bait or that hook and concealing it to make it nice and easy to bite. So there you go. Now you can fish that thing like a frog, run that thing along the weeds right on top, let it flutter away. You could pitch it, like I said, in the holes in the pads and just let it drop down in. Phenomenal application for this particular bait style. Again, y'all, big audience change. Welcome in. This is kind of an intro, a drop of the Mega Krakens. We just launched these babies on our website. And guess what? Good news. The entire category, 20% off for the rest of the week. If you guys want to take advantage of that. So instead of $6.49 a pack, you're getting them for $5.15. These are 3 3/4 inch long. It's a hybrid bait. So it has appendages on the side that let you swim it, and you can also pop it. You can drop it off the vertical like drops. You can, if you're in the deep and you're fishing like chasing bass, they were like busting shad way in the deep, which is what's happening right here, at least in Northeast Ohio. You could toss this thing off with a weight off the front of the boat and let it do the dance all the way down. It does it on its own. So spectacular bait. Those that know crappie and understand our crappie line, know that we have a mini version of this, 1.5 inch and a standard in 2 inch for crappie. This is a fire bait for crappie. Now, cool thing about the Kraken is not only can you swim it, not only can you pop it and drop it. Sounds like one of those twist it and bop it and tool it and throw it. But you can also make this a less or a more slender bait. So let's just say they're a little tight-lipped today, right? And we're having a hard time kind of getting a bite, and they're a little tight-lipped. We're going to like streamline it down a little bit. I don't know if you've ever noticed. I've noticed this a lot with bass and crappie, where if a wider profile bait's not hitting and you go with more of a slender presentation, I don't know what it is. Maybe it looks like it's more injured, something, but you tend to get a lot more hookups. So you can just peel off the sides there, and now you got a stinger. Now, this can be a spectacular, with or without the side appendages, a great trailer as well for a flipping jig, a swim jig. You can use it as a chatterbait trailer, even a spinnerbait trailer, or fish it straight up like this as a little stinger, even a drop shot bait. You could pop that with a drop shot. So there you go. Kind of an intro to the Mega Kraken. If you guys want to take advantage of it, we got it all week. 20% off, $5.19 a pack. All 46 colors are now live at CaskCray.com. What's cracking? What's cracking? All right, y'all. Appreciate you joining along. I'm actually going to get to editing. I got a bunch of videos to put out for not only us, but some other customers, and then also for our YouTube. So thanks for joining us today for this little intro. If you have any questions, this will be posted on YouTube, and definitely it will be posted on Facebook for 30 days. So go ahead and comment below your questions, and we'll be sure to answer them. If you're in the Northeast Ohio region, these are all on the shelf here at our retail store, 356 East Maryland. That's our factory store here in Sebring, Ohio. You're always welcome to stop by. We're here till 5 p.m. today. So Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5 currently. Again, a quick reminder that we do have our RP3 sticks, my signature series rods, dropping here soon. You have a pre-release opportunity on the website. Quick reminder that our Monday night show too at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we give away. It's free to join. It is a shopping kind of interactive show, but it doesn't cost you anything to win anything. So we give away 3 to 5 giveaways every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. We'd love to have you a part of that as well. And then catch starting next Monday as well, beginning of the day, we're going to start introducing our live fishing shows like we did the test on yesterday. So we'd love to see you. Thanks for hanging with us today. I'm going to get off here and get back to work. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have a good day, y'all. See you. I said that like 30 times, didn't I? Love you.